and welcome to the Cranky Old Gamer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game that I just recently picked up, Tiny Epic Galaxies. Tiny Epic Galaxies is actually the, I believe, third in a series of games falling under the Tiny Epic family. They're all, as you can see, very small box games, very small pieces, can be played in a very small area. They're meant to be extremely portable. They say fits in your pocket, but that's a pretty big pocket if you can. But still, this is, I had heard, the best. So this was the first one I reached out to, and first game, fell in love. I knew that I was going to love this game. Part of the main reason I looked into it was, as you can see behind me, I like smaller box, especially solo games. You can see Friday, Hostage Negotiator, Death Angel, all kinds of things like that. I can't always get a gaming group together, so it's nice to be able to just chill out by myself, watch TV or a movie, playing a game, and wow, Tiny Epic Galaxies really scratches that itch. But it can also be played with up to 5 players, so that's very cool. I have actually only gotten to take it out with a few people once or twice. Most of my time with the game has been solo, but the solo rules are very fun and fair. So let's take a look at some of the components, shall we? Here we have the components that make up the game. Really not much to it. Got your box here, which doubles as a dice tray to keep it everything clean. We do have a rule book. It's very well laid out, very easy to understand. That is a big deal to me. Nothing ruins a game to me more than a difficult to understand rule book. This lays it out very clear, has all of your components listed, what they're for, how to process each turn, and then at the end has the Rogue Galaxy rules for solo play. Makes perfect sense. Took me one game to pick up. Down below, you have parts for each person. There's 4 or 5 colors: red, green, yellow, blue, and black. They're basically comprised of, you have 4 rocket ships, you have your culture marker, you have your power marker, and your empire marker. Each team gets their own. I have personally bagged them. You guys know already, I like to bag things. I am a neat freak. So you've got your cards, you have your activation bay. This is a dice game at heart, so this is where you put your dice as you play each one. You have your secret mission cards. Here you have certain tasks. This is always secret, hence the name, secret mission. Equalizer, Conqueror, Seeker, and they all have different tasks that you want to complete by the end of the game. To give you an example of some of the secret mission cards, I have here Trader. There are 2 different kinds of planets. There are diplomatic or, well, let's see what the name says. Diplomatic or economic. So, got these 2 symbols here. If you have the most economic on the board, you gain an extra 3 victory points, and that is how you win. Here we have the deck of planet cards. It is a fairly robust deck. Each planet is different. Like I said, there's 2 different kinds, economic or political. There's different point values and different lengths, so that's very cool. And you have your player boards. These are double-sided. You either one for each of the 5 players, or if you flip them, they are the different difficulties of Rogue planets for solo play, ranging from beginner and easy up to hard and epic, with a medium in the middle. So, take a good look at that here, see what those look like. You've got your tracks. This is your Empire track, your Dice track, and your Points track. Obviously, you want to move up on each one of them. We'll go over the rules in just a moment. And lastly, I want to show off my favorite part, the dice. I would say the dice are probably my favorite part of the game, just because I really like custom dice. They are, as you can see, 6-sided. Each one has the different symbols for play. You have rocket ship, you have culture, power, diplomacy, economy, and colony. I will explain the rules in just a moment. But this is the crux of your game right here. At its heart, this is a colony building game. Everybody has their little track here, and you want to take over individual planets, whether they be diplomatic or economic, using the actions based on your dice. And for every planet that you take over, you add that to your victory total. The first person to 21 points is the winner. From there, you hash out your secret missions, which could make or break. But it's a dice game that has some strategy to it. It's not just Yahtzee in space, which I like. I'm iffy on dice roll games. Like, for example, I don't care for Elder Sign. Elder Sign is straight up just dice rolls. You win or you lose. There's minimal strategy. I've had people argue me on this, and I know that it's item management, but that's a whole different game. For this, it's your dice rolls, and you're deciding what to do with each one. You're deciding where to put your ships, how to spend your points, whether to gamble on taking a good like a high point value planet, or if you want to just kind of play it easy with the 1 and 3 level planets, and whether you want to spend your points on following your opponents, or if you want to spend your points on upgrading your planets. So the more you upgrade, the more ships you get, the more dice you get to roll each turn. So let me go ahead and show you how to play. All right, so this is your basic setup. You're going to have a player deck for each person. Each person starts with 1 culture, 2 energy, 2 ships on the board. You place their other 2 ships on the marked squares and put your empire marker on the star. So these tracks, you follow along how far you are. This says I get 2 ships and 4 dice. Okay, here's my 4 dice. Great. So you always set out 2 more planets than there are players. So if you were playing a solo game, you'd have yourself and a rogue galaxy, so you'd put out 4. If you're playing with 2 people, you'd put out 4, 3, you'd put out 5. You know math. Math is fun. Okay, so you've got different planet values. You'll see here 2, 3, 7, and 1. I just kind of picked randomly. You'll also see squares up here. This is a power planet. This is a culture planet, power, culture. You'll also see this is diplomacy. This is economic. All of the planets are pretty random. And here's how we go. So we make a dice roll. And my first action, I got a ship. I have chosen to use that. I am going to place a ship on, we're going to place it on this track here. You put your ship at the start of the track. What else do I have here? I'm going to use 1 culture to move myself up that track. And you know what? Everybody gets 1 reroll per turn for free. So I'm going to go ahead and reroll that. What did I get? I got another ship, and I got a power. Okay, so I'm going to take this. And now what I can also do, I can either put my ship on this track, and if I complete the track and get all the way to the end, then I claim this planet. I get 2 victory points, and whenever I roll a colony, I get to use whatever is on the bottom here. Like this one says, re-roll any number of your inactive dice. Inactive is anything that I have not placed here. So what I could also do, I can take my ship here, and instead of placing it on the track, I can place it on the planet. If I do that, I get this 1-time use. So say I wanted to land on this planet and use it, I can convert any number of culture into power. So let's say I wanted to get rid of that and up my power by 3. Fantastic. All right, so what this was actually, I believe, a power. So this is my last die. I've already re-rolled. Let's go ahead and do that. Now for a power, you get 1 power for every planet or every ship you have in your galaxy, and for every ship you have on a power planet. I have 1. So I get 1 power. All right, and my turn is done. A couple of the other actions that you can do, obviously, you use these 2 here to move up the planet tracks. And if I were to roll the colony die, I can either use these or I can spend power or culture. So I have 4 power. I want to get to the level 2, so I can spend 2 power. I cannot use, like if I have 3 power and 2 culture, and say I'm at level 4 and I want to move to level 5, I cannot spend both. It has to be one or the other. There are a few cards that allow that to switch around, but for the most part, that's the gist. And then you move on. One other little ability, let's say that my guy is on this track. He is on 1. My opponent, this red guy, he is on track. He is on number 5. It's my turn. I roll economy. Now this will move my guy 1 piece. Any of my opponents, and I can do this on their turn as well, can spend 1 culture to follow my action. So following that action means he would go to the final stage, and he now claims this planet, and this nets him 7 victory points. I think one of my favorite things about this game is the fact that it's just so simple. It's really easy to pick up. It's really easy to learn. It's easy to set up. I can set this game up in 5 minutes and be ready to play. There's no extensive boards. There's no like meticulous pieces or anything like that. It's just put your boards out, put your cards out, let's get going. And I think that's a lot of fun. Too much setup sometimes. Like for example, one of my favorite games. I love Dead of Winter. I hate setting up Dead of Winter. Gotta put your cards here, then you gotta put your cards here, then you gotta separate these cards, and you gotta put those here, put those here, put those here, put the boards here, then you gotta get the stands, and you gotta... It's worth it. It's worth it, but it's just simple and easy and fun, and you can play a game. I can put on an hour-long TV show and still get in 2 games and enjoy the heck out of both of them. And then that's as a solo. It took us a little bit longer to play the multiplayer game, but not much. It really didn't. I think the only reason it took so long for all of us to play it was because we were chatting and goofing off and heckling and stuff like that. The solo game, you don't have that, so you can beat the rogue planet. I was gonna say you can beat yourself, but you can beat the rogue planet in 20 minutes, or have the rogue planet beat you. The solo is not easy. I did realize that, as easy as the game is to understand, part of the reason I lost my first few rounds, I was wildly misinterpreting the rules. I could not figure out why my rogue planet was just empire shooting through the roof. Seemed like every other turn it gained an empire level until it hit level 6, and I was like, how the hell did I just die? Oh, that only raises its empire with power, not with... Because every time I rolled culture, I thought it gained up. Now, anyway, I'll let you read the rules. So, once again, this is Tiny Epic Galaxies by Galen Games. It came out in 2015. It averages, I've seen it around like $20 to $25 between CSI and Amazon, which are my 2 favorite places to shop. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please check out Tiny Epic Galaxies. I'm going to check out the rest of the Tiny Epic series, but this one's going to be tough to beat. I'm really happy with this purchase. Guys, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have been enjoying my videos. I've noticed each one, see right there, I said, I gotta stop with the and I'm aware of that. I have been getting a lot more positive feedback and less constructive feedback, which tells me that I'm doing a lot better, which makes me very happy, and I want to put out great videos for you guys. So once again, please like, comment, subscribe, do the thing. Below, check out my Instagram, The Cranky Old Gamer. Check out my Facebook page, The Cranky Old Gamer at Facebook. And please, check out my Patreon. If you're willing to help out, $5 a month is less than the cost of a Starbucks coffee or a meal at a fast food joint. And it's helping an artist try to grow. So I would really appreciate your help. Plus, you get your name in the credits. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. You guys have a great night. We'll see you later.